It appears that His Royal Highness Prince William, the Prince of Wales, finally put his foot down regarding his younger brother, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Over this, some say, the right decision to do. But as ever, I'd love to know what you think. Let me explain. Morning, how are you? Nice to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to have your company, whatever you're doing. And as I said earlier, if anybody's going through a very similar situation, any operation, anything like that, you're going into hospital, our thoughts and prayers are with you, for everybody from this community. Nobody likes going into hospital. If you've got some sort of thing dissimilar to, of course, His Majesty the King, chin up. Keep smiling, things will work out. Remain positive. That's the best thing. As I often say here on the show, laughter is the best, isn't it? By the way, lovely comments about Big Ben and all of that sort of madness, isn't it? This is the world we live in, though, isn't it? Now everybody's a critic, I mean, you'd be amazed at some of the stuff I get on here, believe it or not, And you just come away thinking, what gives you the right to say that or whatever? If you don't like something, you have to be polite, don't you? Yeah. I mean, Big Ben, what an icon. And if you haven't seen the video, I know I say this often, it's free to watch, free all the time. Just look down the panel and you'll find it. Fascinating story, in fact, about how Generation Z or Z, whatever you call them, now view historic things. Incredible, what do you think? Back as ever to your royal story of the day. His Royal Highness, as you can imagine, Prince William is going through his own personal turmoil because only last week his beautiful wife, the Princess of Wales, Catherine, left the London clinic for recuperation. And as we know, that's going to be some time, perhaps even after Easter now. Now, what I can tell you is this, apparently, naturally, the Princess of Wales is very upset, very distraught. And now you can understand exactly how His Majesty the King did his very best to protect Catherine under that difficult time. He knew what he was going through, make no two ways about it. He knew long before we did, and he just wanted to protect her. They have a very special bond, let me tell you, one that's been developed over many years. I think you saw that at the Bond premiere when she looked absolutely stunning in that dress. You could see the warmth and the fact that the way her children run to him, they clearly like His Majesty the King. They just get on. They're a wonderful, loving family. But as you can imagine, Prince William doesn't want anything to do to affect that right now. He wants his wife to remain intact, recuperating, all of that sort of stuff. That's the reason, according to a very well-placed source, that the Prince of Wales, Prince William, very tactfully suggested that, yes, if you wish to come over and visit, do, but please come alone. Now, the bottom line is, he didn't need to say those words, did he? And this is from an excellent source, let me tell you, because as one can imagine, having Meghan Markle back in the country would be anxiety enough for the Prince of Wales, and no doubt His Majesty the King, and indeed Queen Camilla, who's going through her own personal battles, let's not forget. But also, let's not also forget that, having somebody in there who's done a lot for you, against you over the last few years, would indeed create a lot of anxiety, upset and hurt. William certainly doesn't want that around his father, or indeed his wife or children. Apparently, Harry, according to this well-placed source, basically agreed to anything. Now, what's going to be interesting is the development. Will Harry run back and decide to say exactly what's gone on, give a health update, no doubt, for some of his chums, maybe like Oprah, Gayle King, who knows? But as we've seen previously, he has done this, and all eyes will be on Harry, particularly from Prince William, to see how he behaves upon his return back to California, the United States. It is a developing story, and as ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.